What is going on, mortals? Mortal T here, and today we're back on Ark Survival Evolved on the Extinction map, which I think personally is one of the least played maps, but I could be completely wrong. But today I am here to show you mortals how you can spawn in the bosses on the map without having to go and get tributes or anything, or go through the caves just to try and summon these bosses. Now, on the Extinction map, the bosses work differently. They're not actually called bosses. They're called the Kaiju, which I'm pretty sure comes from Japanese legend or myths or something like that. I'm not too sure quite the history of it, but they're kind of like monsters. And there are 4 different bosses on the Extinction map. So you got 3 smaller bosses, like you do on the island map. Like you had the Broodmother, the Metapithecus and the Dragon. It's kind of similar. You have the smaller bosses, and then you go up to the Big Daddy boss, which in the island map is the Overseer. In this one it's the King Kaiju, and he's absolutely huge. And there's 3 versions of the big boss, Gamma, Beta and Alpha, but there's only one version of the 3 smaller bosses, so it does work a bit differently. Now, in order to summon these bosses in, you will have to be in their respected biomes in order for them to spawn in. Like I said, Extinction works differently. There isn't actually proper boss arenas. You don't get teleported to the boss arenas. The bosses just get summoned in their respective biome. Now, in order to do this, you are going to need access to the console commands. So if you're on any type of server, you will need permission from the server host to get access to these. Once you have access, if you're on console, you're going to go onto your start menu, and this is the box up here that you're going to want to get. So if you're on the Xbox, it's LB, RB, X and Y all at the same time. Press all those buttons at the same time and this box up here should pop up. If you're on the PlayStation, I believe it's L1, R1, square and triangle all at the same time, and this box should pop up. But if you're on the PC, there is no need to go into the pause menu. All you have to do is press the tab button and a black box should appear on the bottom of your screen. Now let's get into the code. So like I said, you'll have to spawn these bosses in their respective biomes. So I'm actually like in the forest biome, because I'm going to be showing you how to spawn in the Forest Titan or Forest Kaiju. Here's your first code. It is admin cheat, leave a space, summon, leave a space, Forest Kaiju _ character _ BP _ C. So the code is very simple. Once we spawn it in, it's gonna become invisible straight off, and you might get stuck in it. See, as you can see, it's actually spawning in. I'm actually stuck in the middle of this. So once it starts spawning in, just try and jump and wiggle around and stuff, and you will eventually like fall out of it or something. But here it is. This is the Forest Titan. It's actually really cool to look at. You can kill it in the normal way by shooting its little nodules and stuff and going through it and get some really cool rewards from it. But other than that, it's just gonna wander around. So you could spawn this in the forest biome just like I have, and just let it wander around and let survivors come across it naturally and maybe try and kill it to get some really cool loot or something. Or if you're doing some kind of forest biome event thing, this could be the boss, and you don't have to get any of the tributes or anything. You can just spawn in and let it be in here, which is really cool. So yeah, it just wanders around like it, and it's actually getting stuck. Its AI is kind of cacapoopoo, but I am just going to kill this guy. And as you can see, we got an absolute ton of stuff from this. So just killing the Forest Titan, look how much stuff we got. We got a bunch of blueprints, weapons and trophies, which is really cool. And if you wanted to as well, you can actually harvest this guy, come here. Come here. Where's this hitbox? There we go. We got a bunch of thatch. Corrupted wood. And some corrupted nodules as well. So, nothing spectacular, but still really, really cool. So that is the Forest Titan. Like I said, we'll have to go to the other biomes to spawn in the other Titans. So we have the snow biome and we have the desert biome. So, I'm going to go to one of those now. So, here we are in the desert biome. Oh. Just ready to spawn in the desert Titan. Now this is a flying Titan. You can still spawn it while you're on the ground, but it might like glitch out a bit. You'll probably spawn on top of it and so on and so forth. It will still work. It just might be a bit buggy. So here is the code. It is admin cheat leave a space summon leave a space desert kaiju underscore character underscore pp underscore c. So yet again, the code is very simple and easy to use, and as you see, you just saw it, there's its health bar, but as you can see, we're actually stuck in it yet again, and we can't get out properly until it properly spawns in. And there we go, it's lifted up, and it's going around. So yet again, this is kind of a big guy. Is it stuck? It might be stuck on this rock. So like I said, if you spawn it on the ground, it might get a bit buggy and stuff. But yeah, here is the Desert Titan. It's really cool. They did a really good job designing these bosses. There we go. It's managed to get unstuck and it's going to start flying around now. But that is how you spawn it in. Yeah, again, there's only one version of this. There is no easy, medium or hard. There's literally just this. So, I am going to kill this guy. Boom. We got a bunch more things for it. All in our inventories. Yet again, you can harvest this guy if you get its right hit point, but I can't seem to get it. But anyway, so yeah, that is the desert flying kaiju. We now need to go to the winter biome, snow biome, ice biome, whatever you want to call it. So this guy has got 4 legs. You can spot it near the ground. Yet again, it is going to be pretty big though, so keep that in mind. But let's get straight to the code. So here is your code. It is admin cheat leave a space summon leave a space ice kaiju underscore character underscore pp underscore c. So we spawn in. Yet again, we're stuck in the middle of it until it actually spawns in. The way they spawn in is actually really cool as well. Just looking at it. There we go. Now it's spawned in. We can actually get out and have a really good look at it. So this guy is yet again rather big, but this is probably one of my favorites. So all these you can actually tame and put saddles on, which is actually really cool. But this guy jumps dramatically and it's really, really cool. But that is the Ice Titan. Can be spawned in the ice biome and nowhere else, unfortunately. But let's kill that guy off. And there he is. He's gone for a long sleep. The King Kaiju boss. This guy is absolutely massive and has a lot of health. And there's 3 versions of this guy, which is Gamma, Beta, and the Alpha versions. And it has its very own platform to be spawned on, which is right over here. This little flat area. You can't build on this, which is kind of unfortunate. It'd be really cool to build on here, but you can't because this is where the boss arena is. So as you can see, this is where your terminal usually is to summon it in. They are the 3 versions. But I'm going to show you how to spawn it in without using that little console right there. So yet again, like I said, this guy is huge, so I'm gonna go up in the air right here and then spawn this guy in because he is so big and we don't want him glitching into the ground. Here is the first code. It is admin cheat leave a space summon leave a space king kaiju underscore character underscore bp underscore c. So here we go. It is spawning in yet again. We're stuck in the middle of it, but as you can see, it is spawning in. You have 60 minutes to kill this absolute monster. And like I said, this thing is really big compared to you. It is huge, but it looks really cool. It's a bit like Godzilla. And here it's attack. There it goes. Very cool. But this is like the easy version. This guy will come and attack you, so it's not very good to maybe leave this one lying around anywhere on the map, just because it might cause like issues or something. And it isn't one shot with like the pistol. I have to hit it a couple of times because it was level what, 25,000. But it is dead, and that was the beta version of it. So once you have killed it, it's not going to give you stuff in its inventory. It should spawn a little podium. It is a podium or something dumb. Little podium or console that will give you all the rewards. We just gotta wait for the body to fade out. And the podium should spawn in right there. So even though you haven't summoned it properly, it will still spawn this podium in for you, which you can access and get all the really cool armor and weapons and stuff. So even though you haven't used the tributes, even when you just spawn these in normally, it will still give you the rewards, which is actually really cool. But let's move on to the beta version. Now it is very easy to change this code. You do not have to replace it. All we're going to do is go in between the BP_C bit, and we're just going to put beta, that easy, and then we just need one more underscore with a C. So now the code reads like this: admin cheat, leave a space, summon, leave a space, King Kaiju underscore character underscore BP underscore beta underscore C. Boom, it's going to start spawning in. Animation, yet again, not much difference to it. As far as I know, the colors and stuff don't really change that much from the gamma and the beta. Yet again, you have 60 minutes to kill it. I am going to kill it with this, hopefully. And then obviously it's going to give you the rewards again. You will have to wait for the body to despawn before the rewards spawn in. But the alpha version of this guy is actually really cool to look at, and is absolutely amazing. So there is all our stuff. We get it, boom. And now for the alpha, King Kaiju, the absolute monster, absolute legend. We're going to go back into the code, and we're going to change the word beta to alpha to get the big bad boss. So now we can spawn this guy in. We'll get stuck into him. Level 25,000 again. But here he is, spawning in. And yet again, you have 16 minutes. It is a lot tougher, but this guy looks amazing because he is made out of like the corrupt tech, which is really cool. Look at this guy. Absolutely amazing. He looks something like off Transformers or something. Very cool. So let's kill this guy. If he'll die. Oh, need to try me. Would be advised to. You're gonna need some big ass creatures, some very tough creatures. But as you can see, I have got my mech over here, and we can shoot it. We're doing 6,000 damage, and boom, there he goes. Down he goes, and we can destroy all them. So yeah, it's always handy to have one of these mechs around, especially if you're trying to do the big bad boss. But there you have it, mortals. That is all the bosses on Extinction map. Yes, they work differently, but they are really, really cool and give off some amazing rewards. So mortals, I hope you have some fun with this. Maybe you can come up with some really cool ideas or events that happen in the different biomes and have some fun. I hope this helped you out in some way, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.